Welcome to WordBites, friend, where I share bite-sized messages that bring big-time changes to you. I'm Wumi Ademola. I want to start off today asking you a question, friend. Have you seen an angel? I would like to know. Share with me, please, in the comments below. But regardless of whether or not you have seen an angel before with your eyes, you need to understand that if you fear the Lord and you love Him 24/7, even if you cannot see them, angels of God surround you. Remember Psalm 34:7. The angel of the Lord surrounds those who fear God and delivers them. God sends His angels to the lives of those who are His people, those who love Him, those who have trusted in Him. He sends them to help them. Hebrews 1:14 tells us that the angels of God are spirits who serve God and are sent to help those who will receive salvation. And remember, if you've not received salvation and you would like to know how to become a born-again child of God, I still have included in the description links to a video where I in detail share with you how to become saved and how to always be surrounded by the angels of God 24/7. So we've been talking about how the angels of the Lord help us. Last time I told you that the angels of the Lord protect us. Today let's jump right into talking about the second way that God's mighty angels help us every day of our life. And is this: the angels of the Lord fight for us. God's mighty angels who are always with us, they fight for us against the enemy, the satanic demonic forces that seek the destruction of our lives. And there are so many instances in scriptures where we see the angels of the Lord fighting for the people of God and giving them victory. One very classic example is 2 Kings chapter 19. And so here we see God promising King Hezekiah to divinely intervene in his situation and give him supernatural victory over the invading army of Sennacherib, who was the king of Assyria. And so in verse 34 of 2 Kings 19, hear what God says to King Hezekiah. God tells him, He says, "For I will defend this city to save it, for my own sake and for my servant's sake." But if we continue in the next verse, we will see exactly how God intended to defend the city and to save the city. He intended to do that by sending His angels to fight the enemy. And so verse 35, we go on to read. It says, "It came to pass on a certain night that the angel of the Lord went out and killed in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. And when people arose early in the morning, there were their corpses all dead." Hezekiah did not even have to shoot a single arrow. He didn't have to fight in this battle. God, through His mighty angels, fought for Hezekiah and gave him the victory. It reminds me of what the psalmist said in Psalm 44 verse 3, where it says, "Our fathers did not possess the land of Canaan by their own sword, nor did their own arm save them, but your right hand and your arm and the light of your presence, because you favored and delighted in them." So here we see that the Bible is saying the Israelites did not possess the promised land. They didn't fight all those enemies by their own power, but it was the light of God's presence. And you need to understand that the light of God's presence is a direct reference to His angel. Isaiah 63:9 tells us, in all their affliction, that is the affliction of the people of Israel, He, God, was afflicted, and the angel of His presence saved them. So when it's written there in Psalm 44 that the children of Israel didn't gain victory by their own sword, they didn't really have to fight for themselves, but it was the light of His presence that saved them. It was referring to the fact that God's angels saved them and delivered them, just like we saw Him do in the case of King Hezekiah against the king of Assyria. God sent His mighty angels. He promised Hezekiah, "I'm going to defend you. I am going to fight for you." And the next thing we see God do is to send His angels into the scene. Are you facing a spiritual battle in your life? I want you to understand that the battle is not yours. The battle is the Lord's. And God is going to send If you trust him, if you believe in him, he is going to send his mighty angels to the scene. And just like they did, the angel of the Lord smote the Assyrian army, the angel of the Lord is going to smite and destroy, utterly destroy every satanic force that has gathered against you. Another instance where we see God, mighty angel, fighting for the people of God. And I love this one because this has to do with the angel of God helping us get breakthrough in prayer. And so we read in Daniel chapter 10 how that the angel Michael, together with another angel, they helped Daniel overcome satanic resistance to his prayers. In verse 12 and 13 of Daniel chapter 10, we read where the angel said to Daniel, "Don't be frightened, Daniel, for your request, that is your prayer request, has been heard in heaven and was answered the very first day you began to fast before the Lord and pray for understanding." That very first day that you prayed, Daniel, God sent me here to meet you. But verse 13 says, for 21 days, the mighty evil spirit, that's a demonic spirit, who overrules the kingdom of Persia, he blocked my way. But then Michael, one of the top officers of the heavenly army, that is Angel Michael, came to help me so that I was able to break through those spirit rulers of Persia. And so here you have it, friend. Angels, they break through satanic resistance to prayer, and they help make sure that you get the answer to your prayers. So friend, angels of the Lord, not only do they protect us, they also fight for us. Fight for us against the enemy. Fight for us to get breakthrough and answer in our prayer. Thank you so much for watching again today. I do trust you were blessed. This is a fascinating series, so make sure you share with somebody else. If you've not already done so, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so when the next exciting episode comes out, you will be the very first to know. And don't forget, if you've seen an angel, I'd like to know in the comments below. God bless you.